today with us. We have Jeff Wolf, and he is with the Western Art Rodeo Association. And he's going to come up for a minute and talk to us about their rodeo that they're doing in Sundance. Jeff? While he's coming up, I do want to tell you that Jeff is a renowned artist and does some fabulous sculptures. And so I have some pictures. If you're interested of some of his sculptures, get a hold of me later and I'll show them to you. Jeff?
Thank you. Well, this is a little unexpected. I wasn't planning on this, but what we are doing is launching the world's first sport featuring fine art. And what it is artists become a member. It's just, we call it the Western Art Rodeo Association because we adopted the competition aspect of rodeo. And so the artists become a member, they pay an entrance fee and compete for prize money in front of a live audience and 3 judges. It's kind of like American Idol gone fine art. There will be a display area to where all the artists will display at least 5 works of art, and that's where the audience or the general public can come in and view the art before the competition. The competition is actually taking place in the theater where the Sundance Film Festival was launched. 10% of any of the donations or sponsorships will go directly to the high school students. So we are trying to encourage and generate new interest in not only the Western art industry but all fine arts industry, and youth programs, and not only encourage the youth to become better artists by introducing to a professional level of exposure, but also to groom a new audience of art enthusiasts and collectors. So, Carrie?
Jeff, how long have you been doing art?
I started sculpting when I was 6 years old, and as early as I can remember, I was creating something. But on my 6th Christmas, I got clay, and then I'd found my medium. That was it. I could create things in 3 dimensions. So.
That's fabulous. Are you going to be doing any live sculpting up there? I know you do that for different charity organizations.
I don't know if I will be personally, but we will have lectures and demonstrations throughout. I've been showing professionally for over 25 years. And what I found over that period of time, when you go to an art show, you just kind of meander around and you look at the booth, and for young people it gets pretty mundane or boring. So we want to have lectures and seminars and things that will interest everybody, and because we are really trying to cultivate more interest in our industry. Yes.
You had mentioned that you'll explain what makes for quality art. I'd like to know about that. If I'm going shopping, I'm either at Kmart or I'm off the side of the road, or I actually go to an exhibit or a museum or an art gallery, thank you. What am I going to look for that actually makes this a quality art piece?
Okay.
Jeff's word. Next question.
Absolutely. There you go. It's all there in a nutshell. Basically, there's been principles that's been developed throughout time. The major Renaissance period, to become an oil painter, you had to spend 5 years studying sculpture and drawing before you ever picked up a paintbrush. And so there's different principles. There's anatomy. I call it the ABCs of art. And without covering all of them, there's anatomy, balance, composition, design, value, execution, linear perspective, and all these things. When you start seeing them being pointed out, you go, oh wow, this is interesting. Another thing, when I teach my students, I like to lecture at high schools to encourage young people to not only become collectors or artists, but to become collectors of art. And the first question I ask is, what is art? Well, art is a representation of ourselves. And there's been a lot of research gone into how we represent ourselves in our homes, our businesses, how art is used to enhance your business, how to drive people to your business. There's a lot of aspects and uses for art. Art is either the second or third largest industry in the world, and a lot of people don't realize that, but we look around us and our world revolves around different aspects of art. The internet, digital art, advertising, fine art. So yeah, it's a major industry. And a lot of people, for an example, if you go into a dentist's office, that's kind of a scary place to be anyway, and it's a stark white atmosphere, the adrenaline automatically kicks in and you feel uncomfortable. But if it's a bright, sunny, maybe pictures of a field of dandelions or something that's warm and comforting, that makes the patient feel more at home. Business office. If you walk into a business office and there's nothing on the walls, it's just, it gives you a cold, distant feeling. You don't feel like you're actually welcome. But if there's paintings of time of day, or if it's in the winter time and it's a gloomy atmosphere outside, and you've got paintings of actually sunny, bright landscapes, or something that gives you a happy, uplifting feeling, it makes people want to be there. In your own personal offices, if you say there's a certain time of day that you really like, I like early mornings, I like the sunrises. So I have a painting of a sunrise. And so when I'm around that and things aren't going just right, it just makes me feel better to have that. It also tells the people that come into your office or into your life or into your home who you are and what you're all about. I ask students, do you decorate your bedrooms? And a lot of them will raise their hand. And I say, well, you decorate your bedroom to tell your friends that you invite into your bedroom, into your personal space, who you are and what you're all about, what your likes and dislikes are. So art plays a major role in our lives. And the Western Art Rodeo concept is to enhance that and get people more involved. We've done a lot of research, and we found that the younger generation is not interested in walking around an art show, but they are interested in competition. They love competition. And proven fact, just turn on your television in the evening. I don't care what channel, you're going to find competition, some type of live competition, something that's stimulating. All the video games out there now and computer programs, it's all to stimulate. And so this aspect of actually turning a fine art into a competition, into a sport, I think will be very appealing, and it's very appealing to the sponsorship potential, because what we will be creating is celebrity artists, and all industries and sports are surrounded with products and services that cater directly and indirectly to that sport. And so this does the same thing. You create the champions, you create the potential for sponsorship and product endorsement. So anyway, that's kind of it in a nutshell. You can look us up online at westernartrodeoassociation.com, and I think we pretty well got it covered. So,
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Carrie.
I kind of sucker punched him there, but I think that it's important to know that we do have artists in our area, and they do a terrific job of providing us with beautiful things. And so I think it's important to recognize that aspect of our community.